This clip is from Comic Con 2024, where the groundbreaking announcement was made that Robert Downey Jr. is returning to Marvel as Doctor Doom for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret War, set to release in 2026 and 2027 respectively. Excitement would be much higher if the Marvel's recent projects weren't so hit or miss. Some have been mediocre, while others were downright atrocious. It seems like Marvel is getting desperate, pulling out all the big guns by bringing RDJ back, reuniting with Russo brothers who have given 4 super hit films for Marvel, even tapping original writers for Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, Stephen McFeely, along with Michael Waldron, the writer of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This got me wondering, is Marvel truly crafting something special, or are they just banking on nostalgia, a tactic that's becoming increasingly common in Hollywood due to the lack of fresh and original stories? So good morning, fellas. Today we're gonna analyze the current situation of Marvel and see if they can come out of this situation. To understand the skepticism about Robert Downey Jr.'s return as Doctor Doom, we need to understand the situation of Marvel post Endgame. Since Endgame, Marvel has released 12 movies and 14 TV shows. Although most of these projects performed well at the box office, the content has largely left fans disappointed and disconnected from future Marvel releases. Phase 4, branded as the Multiversal Saga, was meant to open up infinite possibilities for Marvel, setting up Kang the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors, as the MCU's next major villain. However, out of 7 movies released in Phase 4, only 2 movies, which were Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, actually touched on the multiverse. While No Way Home used the multiverse effectively as a nostalgic tool, Doctor Strange had the potential to dive deeper into its concept, but ultimately fell short, leaving a fragmented, confusing narrative. If the mediocre projects weren't enough, controversies were like the final nail in the coffin. In Phase 4, Marvel prioritized quantity over quality, releasing 14 TV shows in just 3 years, which not only caused the fatigue among fans but also left them disinterested for the future project. Phase 4 also introduced many new characters, which were underwritten and did not connect with the audience, which also left the fans disappointed and disinterested for the Marvel's future releases. Then came Phase 5, in which Marvel promised a course correction for the fans. But even here, the issues persist. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was hyped as the gateway to Kang's story, yet it barely scratched the surface of its potential. Even though I enjoyed the film ended up feeling like a filler, not a pivotal moment in the MCU's grand narrative. Projects like Secret War continued the trend of disappointment among fans, with poorly executed storyline and missed opportunities to capitalize on the promise of espionage intrigue. Marvel's reliance on spectacle over substance has become more apparent with each releases. There are growing sense that the studio is rushing its way through each new phase, more focused on introducing the characters than giving them meaningful arcs. This leads me to the biggest concern. If the foundation is this shaky, how can they pull off something ambitious as Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom in the next phase? After understanding the situation of Phase 4 and 5, let's address the question why RDJ's return might backfire for Marvel. Bringing back Robert Downey Jr. seems like a desperate attempt to restore faith in a struggling franchise. Sure, the idea of playing Doctor Doom is intriguing. Trust me, I am excited for it, and he's a great actor. We have seen his acting talent in Oppenheimer and Tropic Thunder. There's no doubt about it that he would bring complexity to the role. But my skepticism lies in whether Marvel can do justice to such a nuanced character, especially given their track record post-Endgame. Doctor Doom isn't just another villain. He's a complex anti-hero with philosophical depth, someone who operates in morally grey areas. If Marvel turns him into another disposable villain, it will waste both the potential of the Doctor Doom and RDJ's talent. The same pattern was evident in the movie Thor: Love and Thunder, where the depth of Thor's arc was sacrificed for cheap jokes. RDJ's return also raises questions about Marvel's commitment to building new heroes. Are they truly trying to move forward, or are they trapped in the past, clinging to the same old formula that worked in the first 3 phases? Also, the move of making Doctor Doom the big bad for the next phase is not something that was planned by Marvel, but was a last-minute change made due to the controversy that surrounded Jonathan Majors. And a lot of time in the Phase 4 and 5 has been spent on setting up Kang the Conqueror as a big bad. Bringing back RDJ might leave many plot holes in the timeline for the movies. That is the fans' top concern right now. Ultimately, Marvel's choice to bring back Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom feels like a gamble. It might pay off if the writing is tight, the direction is focused, and the story is well crafted, but Marvel's recent track record leaves me doubtful. Nostalgia can only carry a franchise so far. Without fresh idea and a clear vision, even the return of a beloved actor won't be able to revive the MCU's fading glory. So, what do you think? Are you excited for the RDJ's return in Marvel, or do you share my skepticism? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of cinema and storytelling. Keep watching Let's Talk Cinema. So guys, I will see you in my next one, and if I don't,
Good afternoon.